very glad that we have the chance today to talk about the solution, because we made a lot of different jobs right now after nearly 1 year, and we try to combine different hybrid productions like our web offset, like our sheet offset, together with inkjet printing, and that makes a lot of fun to our customers and to us, especially using the Tecnau zero-speed splicer and the Tecnau finishing line cut and stack at this time. So we're very glad that we found this solution at the end of our benchmark starting 2 years ago. At the moment we have a little bit more than 500 employees on 4 working sites, and we are producing from the leaflet productions for newspapers and things like that, which is our main part, over catalogs and magazines, up to the direct mail part, which is the main part of why we are staying here today and looking for the future, because the thinking we had in this area was we had a hybrid production in the past, which was a combination of the sheet offset printing in together with laser imprints, and now we were looking in the past then for a solution completely digital. So we came to the inkjet part, and find the solution together with Ricoh and Tecnau, which is now running nearly 1 year and always becoming better and better every day. So I think it was the best choice we can make. And at the end, the part was that we looked to the whole process, and not only for what's the price for the ink, not the price per page at the end, yes, per page, but we look what will we save if we change the whole process from a hybrid process like sheet offset and then an imprint, up to we don't need a plate. We have a nearly full automated production line which we use for the product. And at the end, the decision was that Ricoh, in the combination with Tecnau, was the best solution for Sattler, and we can say we will do it again if we decided today. So that's perfect. We started when we do the decision, we were something around 1.5 shifts of production, which we have coming only from the direct mail market, and now we are talking around 2 shifts and going up more and more. So that works great. Yeah.
For choosing inkjet, that depends really on the customer, because at the end of the day, the customer chooses technology to really serve a purpose. And usually they have a purpose. That's because they might want to turn out of offset because they cannot find new operators, their volumes are going down, they like to be more in data-driven communication. And then on the end of the day, really, when you start choosing the technology that fits that needs, it's about, it's about volume, it's about your total cost of ownership, it's about, really driving the demand from your customers. If you're a B2 offset company, you have B2 machines. I would say in general, the big print jobs are going down. So you see that people are ordering more print on demand, just when they need it, what they need it. They don't like to have stock, which is getting outdated. And really those things drive, let's say, digital. And if you then look at a press like the VC70000, the productivity, it's very high. It's comparable to offset. The print quality, I would say, customers don't recognize that it's inkjet offset, and I think a lot of customers don't really care as long as the print quality is good. And I think with the flexibility of this press, you can print on a lot of media. So I think the biggest challenge probably for customers is to move from a cut sheet environment to a continuous feed environment. But then again, with partners like Tecnau, with cut stack solutions behind our printers, you will still get a stack of paper. So it's a little bit more the mindset than really that it's in actual a big challenge for customers to transform from the offset to digital technologies. We like to cover the whole market. So if I look at Ricoh, we're very much focused on the graphic arts market, because we truly believe that the graphic arts market, for us, there's a huge potential. If you look at today, the digital print volume, according to studies, for instance, from Caslon, we expect that the digital print volume will double until 2030. And that's a huge volume. That's a huge volume. And that's happening everywhere in the market, not just with the big ones, but also with the small digital companies. So everything is about customer. Customer centricity is really at the heart of everything we do. I was wondering, because paper shortage is Now everywhere on the world there is a paper shortage. So I can also imagine that customers are ordering less, and that also drives more digital print volume, because then it's probably more cost efficient. Do you see that happening also with Sattler? That
Absolutely. There's also the postcard in Germany is having a big revival because it's less paper, and you have also communication with your customer. So we produce more postcards than we did ever before, because it's a cheap way for the way to the customer. So yeah, we have it in the same way.
And are you also looking at energy pricing? Because we kind of analyzed also the cost of running a job on a VC70000 compared to offset printing. And actually we see that the total impact on the environment is around 70% printing the same job in digital versus offset. Is that also something Sattler is considering on energy consumption? And
Absolutely, because we have to about the energy prices which we are at the moment, which are on the market. So we're looking for that, and so this makes the break even. So coming down for high-speed inkjet production at this point, and we're looking always to every job. We have one guy who's looking every job who's in our company and look which is the best way to produce, and especially only because we did it 20 years in another way. We also check. Maybe today it's better to do it on the high-speed inkjet line, yeah. So,
but looking at this very impressive installation, what I always see when I'm here, there's only one operator running this complete line. It's unbelievable. So we have a full automated process and running this line with one operator. That's
absolutely. That's why we built this line into this U. Because we have a very short way from the Unwinder to the stacked product, which are only 5 meters, where the operator can jump from left to the right. Because when the job is running, then the Ricoh is just running.
Now I would like to show you the highest speed inkjet line here at Sattler Media Group. So we had 2 goals by implementing the high-speed inkjet technology. First of all, we would like to implement the most flexible press. And of course, we would like to have a highly automated production line. And we are starting with the unwinding process. You can see here 2 Tecnau U9 unwinders. We have the benefit that we can prepare one reel while the other reel is still being used. Then we have the central part of the auto splicing system, the U40 from Tecnau. Here you can see that this device is capable to gluing one web to another when one of the reels is coming to an end. So obviously the goal is to reduce startup times and make ready times, with the possibility to have a continuous production during all the make ready times and reel changes. And here is the beginning of the Pro VC70000, the printing system. We here have a web control unit which is controlling the web before it's going under the inkjet heads, and then we are printing with 4 colors: cyan, magenta, yellow and black. And obviously it's for us very important to have proper drying technology inside the press, because we are printing on offset coded and uncoated offset papers without any treatment, any primer, with water-based inks. And so we are very happy that Ricoh implemented in the VC70000 a complete new drying technology. As you can see, the way for the paper is very, very complex, but the drying technology is very, very advanced. You get proper results, and you got less bad influence to the paper with a very, very good drying result. But at the end of the print unit 2, we have one special item in the Pro VC70000, that is the RIPSO, so-called Ricoh Pro scanner option. It's a web inspection system where we can check the web and the print result while we are printing. We can document the quality for our customers and ourselves. We can identify quality issues and resolve them while we are printing. After we printed the paper with the high-speed inkjet line, the Pro VC70000, we now have to finish the paper web. We here have a remoisturing system from Ricoh. The idea behind that is to getting humidity into the paper after drying, so we get very proper book blocks and waveless stacks out of the stacker later on. And here's a very, very big key in our flexibility of this line. We can print inline, meaning that we can go with the paper after printing directly into the cut and stack line from Tecnau, but we also have a rewinder and an unwinder. So we have the opportunity to break up the production and rewinding the paper and then unwinding in a second step, which is maybe a huge benefit for more complex products, thinner papers, complex cutting methods, perforating, and so on and so on. But most of the time at the moment we are going directly into the cut and stack line from Tecnau. We here have a buffer from Tecnau for buffering the paper for the cutting procedures. Then we here have a control system for the paper path, which is a very, very big differentiator comparing to former Tecnau lines. We definitely see that the reliability and the stable process is coming from this little item you can see there. And here we have our cutting line where we can, for example, produce up to 3-up at the moment. There is an option for 4-up, and we are going inline into the stacker with up to 150 meters per minute at the moment. And finally, we get stacks out of the stacker, for example, postcards or self-mailers or book blocks. And we also have the opportunity for later projects with this Tecnau bridge, where we can add other third-party finishing devices like a perfect binder, a folding system, a saddle stitcher, and so on, to expand our finishing production as well.
Much more flexibility, much more challenges in papers, yes? When I see at your store, a lot of very different papers running with the printer and with the finishing device, yes? So a lot of product, a lot of variations in the product, and I think this is also a kind of challenging for the printer partner and for the finishing world especially. Okay, therefore I'm happy that we are so close together, so that we have on a regular basis, we have meetings, we have implemented project teams, yes. We are doing a lot of knowledge sharing, and we are also meets the new challenges, like for example more heavy paper, yes. Yeah. When you are talking about postcards, okay, we were talking about 250 GSM, but now your expectation is to run with 300 GSM, yes. These are very interesting topics also for the future. So I'm expecting more and more knowledge sharing and to be more and more adapting with our engineers and also with R&D from Ricoh in combination, yes, that we will be much more better than now.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right, Robert. I think really what we demonstrate here today is really a nice combination of co-creation between the end customer, in this case Sattler, between Tecnau and Ricoh. Really everybody working together to create actually, I think, an ideal setup for the end customer. So I think it's a really nice example on that.
Tecnau is a multinational company, yes, manufacturing, developing many a broad of solutions and products for the paper industry. We are addressing segments as transactional, trans-promo. We are serving for mail companies. We are manufacturing book-on-demand solutions. We are manufacturing, as you see here at Sattler, the Revolution platform. And the Revolution platform is one of the heaviest and robustest line what you can see in the market. But okay, what I would like to mention, here in that case, we have a hybrid solution. So you can run this system with roll-to-roll, and you can run this system nearline when you will cut off the finishing. So you have both options, you have both possibilities. The graphic arts customer is moving forward, so they do not stay still at 2, 3, 4, 5 application. Depends, okay, what are the end customer requirements? And so we are in regular contact with the graphic arts industry, yes, to adapt more things, to adjust more things, to get more automation. And these are the big challenges, especially in the graphic arts industry. Why your end customer choose Sattler for their production with variable printing jobs? What are the reasons for that?
At Sattler, we try to give our customers the best product for the best price. So that's a big advantage for the customers. And we also develop new intelligent products for our customers, especially in the if we have not so much time and we need a fast production, then it's very interesting to use the high-speed inkjet system. Yeah.
So Arnd, it's quite a complex installation. Maybe it's nice to share, how did you experience the whole setup, the training and installation of this production line?
Absolutely, it is complex, and we planned the first 6 weeks for the installation, and at the end we had a little buffer in this, and said yes, we need maybe a little bit more time. But at the end we said we can say we had any issues, and we started 1 week after with the production. So it was a quite well done time, the installation together with Ricoh, with Tecnau, and also the other small companies working together with about air and air conditioning and things like that. So that works really well.